welcome to my YouTube. Prepare for me to holler. So, yesterday I tried to set up a doctor's appointment. There's this whole thing going on with insurance. The whole point in America when it comes to getting medicated is jumping through arbitrary hoops. And I don't even know if I said arbitrary right or arbitrary hoops. At the end of the day, there's hoops I have to jump through. This video, it's gonna get very emotional. It's gonna get very angry because yesterday I was crying a lot. I don't normally cry. When I cry, I'm in a tough spot. I'm gonna try to do my makeup while not getting distracted, but this is more of a conversation. I just happen to be doing my makeup. But anyway, First of all, let's say somebody makes $29,000 a year. This is based off of me doing a series of tests because when I was on the phone with these agents, it got to a point where I just wanted to see something. So I would give them random numbers and then they would put it into the system and then they would tell me what the price for a certain plan would be. Now, I do know that there's cheaper plans out there. I'm completely aware of that. The cheaper the plan, the less likely you're gonna get healthcare. I don't wanna get sarcastic and I don't wanna be condescending about it, but please realize this. Anything that seems easy or free, it's made more difficult. The US punishes you for being poor, always. They will always punish you. Even if somebody says, oh, they're giving out, this is it, or have you tried this resource? It's not an actual resource. It's put in place to act like they're doing something, but nobody's doing anything, okay? They're punishing poor people, like always and forever. If you make $29,000 a year and you want to go with the plan, let me think of one, Jefferson Health or Ambetter, you're looking at $300 a month. Why would somebody who makes $29,000 a year pay $300 for healthcare, $200 for a plan? That's not realistic. Y'all should not be killing folks for money. While we're in this topic, this is gonna be something that I have to bring up. I just feel like I really have to bring it up. Greta, I don't know how to say her last name, but I don't know if it's Thunberg or Thunberg. It sounds like it'd be Thunberg, but it's not Thunberg. But one thing that I know is that I look up to her significantly. She is somebody that nobody could threaten to stop bringing awareness, to stop bringing attention to the bullshit that the US is doing. At the end of the day, I feel like in terms of conversations, Americans are a little bit more open about what we go through. If I go to other countries and I start trying to talk about what we go through, I don't know if it'd be received the same way or if people go about it the same way. But another thing with Americans is that we are so busy talking that we're not doing. And that's the problem. At least with other countries, they might not talk much, but when it's time to do, they do. When we have to do something, we don't do it. We're too busy talking. We talk all day. Yeah, we need conversations, but there needs to be action taken. Even for me, I want to be able to do more. But a lot of people in America generally think that this shit is normal. They generally call it adulthood. The amount of people that I talk to that are like, I hate being an adult. My car note insurance is $500. Are you an idiot? And I don't care if that comes off mean. Are you stupid? Can you think a little deeper? Why do you think this would be adulthood in any way, shape, or form? Adulthood is building community, having fun with your friends and family, feeding and helping each other, supporting each other. That's adulthood. Adulthood is not breaking your back until you die and then you don't even get to retire with your own money. That's not adulthood. That's scamming from America. Wake up. Like, I'm just sick of it. I'm already getting angry because it's like, y'all come up with all these terms that are just propaganda terms so you don't wake up and snap out of it ever. You just go around saying it's this stupid thing when it's not. I'm over it. But anyway, I digress. I feel like if Greta was somebody who just sat on the internet all day long, y'all would have told her to shut up. She's more about it. She talks on the internet, but she's really more about what she's standing for. Y'all would have told her to shut up. Y'all would have told her, watch out. Big Pharma's gonna get you. Y'all always talking about some big daddy's coming to get somebody. Y'all always saying, oh, just please be careful. Da-da-da. Well, that's the point. When you live in a system that oppresses you and kills you off whenever you do anything, the chance of death is high, but that doesn't mean you should be quiet and never say anything or do anything ever. I hate people like that. I hate the please be careful people. I wish death on y'all. Okay, maybe that's a little too extreme. But in that moment, that's what it feels like. It's literally feel like you're telling somebody to be quiet and look over their shoulders. Also, it's like you still have to talk regardless if somebody or something is coming after you. You still have to say what's going on. And it's like 80% of y'all will never speak. 80% of y'all will never shake anything. I have to rely on the 20% that's not afraid and that wants change, that wants better to actually try and shake something. One thing I learned while I was on the call with this agent, there's different tiers to this. So I guess the poverty rate or line has increased a lot. A few months ago, when I was trying to apply for insurance, because I had moved from another state, I had moved from Florida, and I knew I was going to need insurance eventually. I was using Ambetter for a long time, and usually it was low cost or free, and I'm not sure why, but they did even, okay, it's getting hot. But the health marketplace, whatever, where you go to get your insurance, they already said that their plans and their prices was going to be raising for the year 2026. But they didn't say how dramatically it was raising. When I first started, I'm not going to lie, I was not making that much money. When I first applied, but I was still able to get a plan. And when I got a plan, it was like 1 cent and it was still Ambetter. But that same thing with Ambetter, if you try to go now I'm considered below the poverty line, and now I'd have to go to Medicaid. Here's the thing with Medicaid, and this is why I say the system is meant for you to just jump through hoops all day. Because as somebody who's disabled, I am forced to pretend that I'm not. I need a caregiver. That's where I'm at right now. There are days where I can take care of myself, but the days I cannot take care of myself, I can't take care of myself. People don't understand that. People just hope like, well, you can move. Hurry up, move. No, stupid thing. Like, it doesn't work like that. When I'm disabled, I'm disabled. When low support means support. Medium support, support. High level support, you still need support. And I don't have it for real, for real. I don't have somebody to hold my arm this way, hold my arm this way, let my head drop this way. I don't have that. And I need that to survive. I won't survive long unless I have that. Autistic people are still disabled people. I don't know why we keep forgetting that. And a lot of some autistic people are in better positions. They might have both parents. They might have somebody to take care of them. They might have friends that can offer a little bit more for them, a little bit more help, a little bit more guidance. I feel like for me in my life, in my circle, I probably have a minimum of 3. But the thing is, this is OCD telling me that. We're shifting to OCD topic now. My OCD is always telling me you have a minimum of 3 people to ask. Like, you can't ask for help all the time. You know, it's every man for himself. Even my friends, even if they don't want to come off as every man for themselves, it's still every man for themselves. It's built into that system. Like, that system is built into people. Like, they just cannot, they can only help so much. Everybody's already struggling. Everybody's meant to struggle, because when we're all struggling, we can't help each other. That we're too busy keeping the machine running and filling billionaire pockets. Why would we help somebody? Wahy would you help your friend who's bipolar? Why would you help your friend with OCD? Why would you help your friend who's schizophrenic when you're too busy making a cog machine run, or you're too busy trying to put food on the table, trying to make water run? Why would you? And that's a big problem. And I don't know. Like, I don't know why nobody, like, people talk about it, but we need to do more about it. I don't know what to do. But at the end of the day, a lot of things require a lot of organizing. People hear that word and they get scared and they just like shy away from it. But to make a proper organization, I think you need at least 4 to 5 people, and that's really all it takes. But it's like, we organize and then what? Whenever I hear the word organizing too, I agree, but I don't know what happens next. Like, because I'm not calling no damn representative that's not going to answer the goddamn phone. I'm not doing that, okay? Like, fuck that. I'm not going to go to a protest. They don't give a fuck. Fuck that. Riots don't really work either, because you're just breaking something and they're just arresting people and nothing comes out of it. For a lot of people, it just ends up like a fuel. And I get it, because I feel like I prefer a riot over anything else. But I would say, like, the effectiveness of a riot, I just don't know if it would be such a large scale. That's something I would put on the table before anything else. I'm not the type to be like, oh, go to a protest over a riot. No, I tell you, go to the riot over the protest. I'm more like that. I'm more physical with it. You know, I'm more angry with it. We should be more angry. Why would I be peaceful? I'm not peaceful about shit. There's nothing peaceful happening with my livelihood. Me trying to survive, me trying to buy groceries. There ain't shit peaceful. They're slowly killing me without actually having to physically kill me. And I have to be peaceful? Fuck that. That's something that I feel like white comfortable people came up with to keep black and brown people quiet. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all when I say that, because hey, if y'all really knew what black and brown folks was going through, y'all would not tell us to be peaceful about nothing. There's not only 3 solutions on planet Earth. We can think of solution after solution after solution. There's always going to be a solution. All it takes is a few brains put together, and then you'll come up with a solution. These things take time too. It's not just you go to sleep, wake up, meet 4 people, shake something, and then the world's kumbaya for the next 3 years. That's not how that works either. These things take time, and it takes educating each other. I'm not going to be the one to do too much educating, because I don't like talking to idiots. I feel like if you don't already know something by now, you're stupid, and I just can't bother a conversation with you. But maybe somebody out there will bother a conversation with you. Maybe somebody out there will try to educate you and tell you what's really going on, but it won't be me. I'm not going to sit here. I'll talk about my experiences, but I don't argue with stupid people. I don't bring a thing's attention to stupid people or people who choose to be ignorant. I don't do that, because I'm over it. I'm at my limit. And the insurance thing the other day and all these hoops I had to jump through, it was hoop after hoop after hoop. And that's when I realized, oh, y'all make this process impossible on purpose. And I can't imagine homeless people. Because if it's hard for me, I can't imagine everybody else. And this is another thing. Y'all don't think about other people. Every time y'all struggle with something, you think it's just you. Y'all don't sit here and think, damn, if it's hard for me, what about this type of person? And there's plenty of people like that. There's plenty of people who are going through shit they'll never get accommodated for, because they're considered the dirt and trash and the failures of society. And that is a problem. They deserve livelihood. They deserve healthcare just as much as everybody else. But they're ignored because everybody goes to their own thing, every man for himself, and then nobody else thinks about the ones in the back. And it's like they're in the back. They're still there. They're still there, and they deserve help. They deserve care. Like, I just don't understand. I thought this was gonna be a video where I do my makeup, but you want to know the truth? I think I'm gonna talk first, and I'm gonna do my makeup. Like, at the end, I'll just show you guys the results, because I want to talk more than do makeup right now. I can't do both. I'm trying to do my makeup, but I'm not focused. I'm just sitting here talking the whole time. So this is now a talking video, whatever. So yeah, I was trying to get healthcare because I was calling back to back to back to back just to see if I would get different answers every time. Because I'm gonna be real with you, I did not want to get Medicaid, and they were telling me, oh, you might qualify for Medicaid, and I was like, okay, I didn't mind Medicaid itself, but I know what comes with Medicaid. It comes with 4-hour wait times when you call them for any questions. It comes with them choosing when they want to decline whatever is going on. I even heard that it could be a little bit difficult to get ADHD medication with Medicaid, which makes no sense. If you're Medicaid and you're meant for poor people also have ADHD, so you need to provide something. Medicaid, wake up, provide it. Nobody should die because they're poor. Nobody should be hurt or disabled or not be able to get out of bed, not be able to feed themselves, not be able to concentrate or focus because they're poor. So that's stupid. And the thing is, a lot of y'all just sit there and blink slowly, but I have to say it. This is my whole thing. As long as I put it out there, I don't give a fuck what happens. I had to say it because everybody's sitting politely. And it's like looking at society as a whole, y'all just sit politely and look mad stupid. There's a picture of Patrick, I'm gonna put it on the screen, where he's just sitting there. And that's just y'all every time something needs to be done. We need action. Literally, I was on Red Note the other day, and I'll put that picture up too. And they were like, Americans talk more than they do anything. I'm gonna sit here and be like, I'm one of the people that talk more than I do anything. But at the same time, I don't have energy to blink. I don't have energy to go outside and blink. But there are those of you that have the energy and have the privilege, and y'all just talk all day. I be looking at y'all on threads. The Democrats, I be sitting here talking about this is so dystopian in the comfort of your bedroom, and the most you've done is cancel Hulu. Wake up, go outside. Like, you have the 2 legs. I know you have energy. The ones who have energy and the ones who have privilege should be the ones marching and marching and marching. I'm not gonna sit here and shout at disabled people to shake something when they can't. If they can't shake something, they can't shake something. But I know me, I got a fucking voice. I'm not afraid to say nothing at any time, at anywhere, to anyone. So I'll be the one to really talk and really just say it the way it is and how I feel about it. It is stupid, grand scale wise. And it's like everybody's acting like it's not stupid, but it is stupid. It's all stupid. It's all meant to keep us down, to kill us. Like, why am I being killed because I'm poor? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. ADHD is not taken seriously. So when somebody says, oh, you can't get your ADHD meds, have you tried meditation? Die. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. There's severity to ADHD. There's severity to OCD. There's severity to all these things that people require help for. And I shouldn't have to jump through hoop a billion to get the help that I need. I should be able to just call a doctor, be like, hey, I'd like to see somebody, and then go see somebody. But if we do that, then you've been brainwashed. It truly is that easy because other countries do it all the time. Like all these arguments and saying, no, we can't live good. The government said that we can't live good. We have to be cogs. Listen to the government. That's what y'all all sound like all the time. And I'm just generally sick of it. Like, y'all all sound like a bunch of idiots. And yes, I do. I love calling people stupid. I love saying that the majority of people are stupid. I get off on that because the majority of people are stupid. Even if you're nice, you're still stupid. If you're ignorant to what's going on, you don't give a fuck, you don't do nothing, you're still stupid. I know this vein's popping out in my neck, but bitch, it's like, this is where I'm at. Like, every day I wake up fed up, go to sleep fed up. Yesterday, I was so fed up, I just cried. I was just like, yikes. Like, this is the type of thing that makes somebody want to live. Like, no, it doesn't. I noticed, like, in my last video, I had said, like, somewhere in the video that I wasn't suicidal and nobody had to worry about me ever killing myself because I have so much to say. And while that may be true, I will say that our fear of suicide and our fear of depression is propaganda, and it is all linked to capitalism, and it is all linked to white supremacy. It's all linked to, it's ever since slavery, when the masters were telling black people, do not kill yourselves because God's gonna punish you. That is all linked to the same thing. We need to have more conversations about suicide and thoughts of suicidal ideation, because people have that. I have that. I do have some suicidal ideation. Mine might be different from somebody else's. Like, the way I might think about suicide might be different from the way somebody else thinks about suicide. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't feel that way. No, I'm not gonna do that in fear of y'all just throwing people into padded rooms in hopes that they just shut up eventually, instead of actually getting to the root of the problem. Because most times the root of suicide and the root of depression and stuff like that is capitalism. Not always, but like, you know, it is. Y'all don't want to address that. Y'all rather be like, no, don't say that, don't say you're suicidal, they're listening. That's all y'all do. Just be a bunch of fucking idiots walking a single file line going like this. People do experience that. I should be able to say that I do feel that way, and then y'all just get it. Like, I shouldn't have to say that, and like, I shouldn't have to be like, you know, scared to say it. Like, no, I do experience that sometimes. I do feel like that. I mean, the society's shit. You have to be in denial and you have to be overprivileged to not see the shitness of society. When you're at the bottom of society, it's really easy to see what's going on in front of you. Like, straight up. So to sit here and be like, no, don't, I'm not, no. Bitch, I don't have to be quiet over nothing. If I feel a certain type of way, I will say the way I feel. Because I've never been ashamed of mental illness. I've never been ashamed of disorders. I've never been ashamed of the way my brain works. I always try to tackle the way my brain works. I always try to confront and, like, you know, approach my brain gently to see the way my brain functions and to see why I think the way I do. But suicidal ideation is very, if I lose my home right now, of course I'm gonna be suicidal. If I can't afford groceries for 3-4 days, I'm gonna be suicidal. If I lose my job, if I lose everybody around me, I'm gonna be suicidal. Yes. You think that makes somebody want to live? You think people are just gonna go through shit, lose shelter, not have basic healthcare, and you're gonna whisper in their ear not to feel suicidal? Like, that's not how that works. You feel immediate suicidal. There are people who feel suicidal for less. Come on now. Like, it's just a thing. People feel suicidal. That's not something that should be muted, censored, not talked about, or taboo. That's propaganda. It's meant to keep you in a box so that you never think or question nothing. I don't care. I was thinking about my other video and I was thinking, like, I felt like I had to say it so nobody would be scared for me, or nobody would be fearful for me, or nobody would. But at the same time, I don't really give a fuck how anybody feels about nothing. My whole point is to just say what I'm thinking and I just get off the net. Like, it's either y'all fuck with it or y'all don't. Y'all need to realize right now, when people lose their homes, they will be suicidal. These are real things that happen. And when we shy away from these conversations, it makes everything a billion times worse. It also makes you come off mad childish. Like, grow up. Let me not say childish, because that just pushes this idea that children can be stupid. There are children out there that know what suicide is, that what depression is, and they can understand it to a degree. Not everyone's a complete fucking idiot. To sit there and when you hear the word suicide, you're like, oh. Like, I have this one thing, whenever I go on my story and I start talking about the way I feel about certain things, there's always that one person, I don't know what's going on, but like, I'll usually get somebody who will like try to reach out. Like, it's not them exactly, but it'll be like Instagram telling me that somebody wants to reach out and see if I'm okay. And it's like, first, I don't know how I feel about that, because I don't know who the person is. I think that's weird, to be honest. If it's not showing the profile of the person who's concerned, it just gives people this leverage to abuse that and think that they're helping when they're not. If it would show you like who is trying to reach out and check on you, and it'd be like, oh, this person wants to make sure you're okay, then I could be like, oh, okay, this person's concerned about me. I could either decide if I want to reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm okay, or I could just like ignore it. But for it to be like this anonymous thing, like, y'all don't really give a fuck for real. If y'all give a fuck, y'all would have sent me 10 bands now. Like, okay, stop with the fake bullshit. Like, y'all know damn well I don't work, I don't do nothing. That's like calling the police and expecting them to shake something. What are they gonna shake? What are they gonna do besides throw me in a padded cell? Like, come on now. Like, y'all know damn well the mental health care system is a joke, and it's because of y'all, and it's because of the way y'all perpetuate and uphold it. Like, I don't like to say y'all, but it's y'all. You guys don't do the right thing ever. Y'all just sit there and y'all even play police for the government. The government doesn't need to hire police. They don't need to hire spies. They got you guys. Like, you guys don't know how to help. Y'all just know how to surveil. Oh my goodness. Like, that's a line though. That's literally a bar though. Like, you guys do not know how to help. Like, you guys just know how to surveil. And when you live in a society where there's more police than help, y'all just we're just gonna end up eating each other inside out. Cannibalism type shit. Let me put a little bit of, because I do have to do my makeup. I know I said I wasn't and it was going to be a talking video, but I am kind of like, I'm not in a rush per se, but like, I don't really want to, shit. I don't really want to sit here and play all day. The whole insurance thing yesterday fucking pissed me the fuck off. My friend was helping me at first. With me, I have a certain limit with people. Like, I know I can be too much. Like, I know it's too much to help me. Like, I know it's too much to sit here and, you know, do things for me. And it's like, I always feel like I'm too much. It's so easy to feel like a burden in a world where it's every man for himself. It's either we're running with the clog or you're just going to get left behind. Like, straight up. The 80% that's, you know, able to keep up with the machine, they will tell you, like, if you're not able to keep up, then you should just, like, fail. Like, you just fall behind and that's it. And if you dare say you're depressed or you're thinking about not living anymore, here comes people with the fake, you know, the fake care. Oh, no, don't, But, like, nobody actually gives a fuck. There's no community. Nobody wants to help. If you have more energy than me, then why can't you just help? This conversation that I'm having, it's not with people who don't have energy. It's the people who do, and they're too busy enjoying their privileges. They're not doing anything. Those are the people that I'm coming for. Like, these are the people that I'm talking about. Like, if you already don't have energy and you can barely blink, and, you know, that's kind of the system did its job. You're sick, you're in bed, you can't shake shit. That's the point of the system. So you can never shake shit. That's why rest is important. Planning is important. And you want to know where I'm at with all this? This is what I was really thinking. If America shows no progress within these next few years, I am not living here anymore. And I know people say that all the time, like, oh, I'm just gonna leave, I'm just gonna run away, and, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And then there's like a percentage of people that are like, oh, well, running away does nothing, the problems are still here. And it's like, yeah, the problems are still here because a majority of you will not do anything. I feel like if I have to rely on Americans for a revolution or for a change, I'm never gonna get that. Like, I really don't think so. It's too many of y'all. Why were y'all in line for a Target? They was giving niggas chapstick and probably sausage links, and y'all was in line for it. And it's like, there's too many stupid people in America. But Americans are dangerously stupid. It's gonna kill us all. Like, the ignorance is astounding. And that's why I was like, okay, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around people who are just not educated, who are willfully ignorant, selfish, greedy. They defend billionaires. Why would I be here? Like, why would I be in a country like that? I don't think I belong in a place like that, to be honest. Push comes to shove, because this is me trying to cope with my reality and not wanting to end it all. I will just move to another country. Like, that's really it. I'll move to another country. I will go no contact with most people, and I mean most. Like, I really will forget my life in America, and I'll just act like I was never here. Like, I'm not kidding. You think I'm gonna sit here and suffer? And because the 9 to 5 is not on my job, is not on my radar. Working until I die is not on my radar. So I might as well just go to another country. Also, I want healthcare. I want to be able to just go get healthcare. Even if it's not perfect healthcare, I want healthcare. I don't want to have to jump through hoops and, have to have money to get a doctor to look at me and treat me like a human being. Like, no, I don't. I'd rather just go to another country. So that's like my plan. Push comes to shove, I'm out of here. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm out of here. Push comes to shove. Like, I don't got time for this. Like, I don't have time. Like, y'all will figure it out, because it's like being in a group project and you're just stuck with the worst group. If I was in a group project with literally any other one, like with any other country, I feel like, I don't know how I would feel, because I've never lived that reality, like being in another country. But I do know, like, if you're in a group project with Americans, it's guaranteed to fail. Like, Americans don't get shit done. They just don't. Just holler and say nothing's really happening and to just work hard. That's what they do. And it's like, no, I don't want to be here with y'all. Sorry. I've already been looking at the countries I want to think about moving to. Even my siblings have even said, like, yeah, we don't really want to stay here either. But, like, it all takes money. But this is something that it's further down the line. I'm pretty sure if I ever become dedicated to it, I will save up enough money and I will, like, leave. Because it's like, yeah, I could die, but death is so permanent and there's so much I have to do. Like, there's so many foods I have to try, so many songs I have to listen to, people to connect with. That there's so much I have to do. And even though death feels like it would be comforting and it'd be the end to all this stupid bullshit, I do know, like, a part of me does want to live. And I feel like, okay, I just can't live in America, because America will kill me. I'm at the bottom of the bunch and everybody's in robot mode and nobody wants to help. Nobody can help. I'm just gonna leave. Like, if y'all clearly gotta see, y'all clearly enjoy this system that they put in place for y'all, that doesn't mean I have to sit there with y'all and act like nothing's going on. I'm just curious about, like, Bebo. Bebo sucks at traveling. Like, I don't know how I would, go about it with him especially. Bebo's what? He's a senior cat. I don't know when or if he's gonna die, because he low-key gives me immortal vibes. But if he were to die, like within the next few years, and I know it sounds morbid, but this is something I always think about, because, I try to consider everything. Also, I do have OCD and I'm always thinking about death, and I'm always like, freaking out about who or what is gonna die next. So it's like, if my cat were to die, I do think it'd make the move just a tad bit easier. But even if he didn't die, I would still try to take him with me, because he's still my emotional support animal. He is somebody that, without him, I would be lost and clueless. Like, who else? Like, do you guys have a cat too, or a pet, where you feel like without them, like, you just wouldn't know what to do? I know my lips are so dry, but I don't give a fuck, okay? I was gonna say, like, oh, I know they're dry, like, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, if dry lips are your biggest concern, then I really don't know. This video probably didn't make a lot of sense, because, like, I was just hollering and getting angry the whole time. But it's like, this is just another video where this was me telling you that I'm over it in a billion different fonts. I'm over it. Okay, like, I'm over it. I cannot stress how over it that I am. I'm over everything. Like, I realize how stupid this is. I know if I go to another country, the food is just gonna be healthier. The food alone being healthier is enough for me to just want to, like, not be here. Because at the very least, if healthcare is gonna be $1 billion, you shouldn't try to kill us with our own food. But y'all are killing us with our own food, so we could be continuous in this, stuck in this wheel of paying $300 and $500 for stuff. And even if you're not paying it, they'll send you to something that's cheaper that most doctors won't take. And also, doctors, are you there to cure people, or are you there to accept whether people live or die? I'm confused. Like, I think y'all give doctors too much power to decide. Like, I feel like, as a doctor, if I go to school to be a doctor, and I don't care if this is controversial, I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it. Fuck that. If I'm a doctor, my main goal is to help people. So for me to sit there and be like, I don't take this insurance and I don't take this insurance, I don't give a fuck about that, because people need to get help regardless of their insurance. And I think putting insurance labels on our health and our livelihood is what's killing us, because it's putting a price tag, who's worth saving, on our heads. And that is a big problem. But of course, Americans won't ever realize that. They're too busy wondering, when Kylie Jenner's gonna release her next underwear. I'm out. Like, I'm leaving y'all behind. Like, it's too many stupid people. Like, if I could see Americans have more, like, when I do bump into intelligent Americans, it's a rarity. And that right there is why I'm, like, realizing I don't want to be here that long, because it's like, sorry, I don't want to sit here and fight with a bunch of idiots. I'm not. I'm not interested in doing that. Oh, but if you run, you're just as bad as, I'll be just as bad. Okay, I'll be evil. Actually, like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm letting y'all know I'm not one of them. Like, I don't really care. Like, I will easily just be like, okay, you're all idiots, I'm just gonna leave the country. That's where I'm at, because death is a little bit extreme for me. Does it feel good to think about? Yes, because it's like, yay, a possible escape. But at the same time, it's like it's just so freaking permanent. Like, I just generally hate y'all. And also, I don't want y'all to win. Like, I don't want the idiots to win. I don't want the government to win. So I'll just really just move to another country. Like, really, if push comes to shove, I'm gonna at least see what these next few years are looking like. But I'm not somebody that can struggle for a very long time. I'm disabled. As a disabled person, too much struggle will end me. Like, it will, even if it doesn't kill me, it will. Some things are also worse than death. Not having healthcare and not having food in this country is almost worse than death. I'm saying almost, but it is. I think it is worse than that. I can't feed myself. Doctors don't want to help me because I don't have the right price tag above my head.
I just wish there were a magical land where we could go and be happy, where all the sorrow and suffering of modern life could be washed away, just like in the shampoo commercials.
That makes me want to live? No, that doesn't make anybody want to live. And if that makes you want to live, congratulations, but that's not going to be everybody. And I don't think people who are struggling and their depression should be left behind because you think the system is supposed to be this way. Like, I don't think that's how that works. But yeah, I'm gonna start my makeup now, and I'm gonna show you guys the results at the end. I don't know if the rant's truly over. I know it was all over the place, but I just really wanted to rant. Like, I really just wanted to holler and say like what I'm feeling about everything. Also, to target the last thing, I know I said in my video that I don't want to be an ad, but I think I'm going to be forced to be an ad. Like, I think eventually to be a model is to low-key be an ad anyway. Like, you can't even like walk your way around it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been promoting things for a hot minute. Like, it's not my first rodeo to promote product. It's not my first rodeo to promote wigs or clothes or stuff like that, and I don't really mind it if it's legit. Here's what comes with the ads thing. Since it's purely based off of greed, a lot of times these products that they're telling us to buy and spend are like ridiculous. It's just making us consume more and more and more. These are not things that we actually need. It's not things that will actually benefit society. I realize, like, if I'm doing ads, let's say like a company that would want me to promote their fidget spinners and stuff, like, I would do that. That sounds fun to me. Like, realistically saying, I don't want to be an ad. Like, it's just, I don't want to be an ad if I didn't have to be an ad. But if I do end up an ad, like, I want to promote stuff that actually works and it actually makes sense. I'll probably end up an ad, but I want to be an ad that makes sense. Like, I'd be sitting here, really? Because I'm all over the place. My throat's clearing out. My hair is itchy. I'm looking left and right. I can't focus. Yesterday, I was literally stuck in bed. Could not move, could not eat, could not shower, could not do a single thing. And this is why I keep telling people I need medication. ADHD isn't just jumping in fucking place. Like, it would help me eat. Like, I've been normal before. And if you come on here and you say, oh, well, just because you take medication doesn't mean you won't still have ADHD. Well, I don't really give a fuck about that. I just want my medication. People say that all the time, like, oh, well, if you do meds, you'll get dependent on it. Well, yes, me being dependent on medication will be like somebody with diabetes being dependent on insulin. You need it to survive. It's because you don't think ADHD could kill people. That's why you don't want somebody to be dependent on it. But if you knew that most people with ADHD committed suicide, they died, or they starved themselves and stuff like that, you would be like, okay, yeah, take your medication. A lot of y'all are just not educated. Like, when y'all speak, I tend to speak in the patterns that I notice. And that's one of the patterns that I notice in every single discussion. Like, when it comes to ADHD meds, y'all don't take ADHD seriously. And that's why I don't respond to no type of discussion unless it's people with ADHD also. And even then, it has to be severe. Like, I'm not going to talk to people with mild ADHD who simply, like, you know, forget stuff, because you don't realize how bad it could get. It gets bad, and it gets really, really bad for me. And I need medication. Me trying to get medication so I could feed myself, because if I can't feed myself, I can't live. I don't have energy. I can't work. I can't do anything. I need medication for that. I need it. I'm not afraid to depend on medication. I depend on weed all the time. I could depend on medication. I depend on my inhaler. I could depend on ADHD meds. I don't mind. I don't care about being dependent. The thing isn't sentient. It's not dominating me. It's not sitting here, and it's not an ego thing. For some people, when they say that, it'd be an ego thing. I don't have ego issues, okay? I need help. Like, I'm not afraid to ask for help. I'm not afraid about nothing. I'm not. Like, if I need help and I need to depend on something to help me function, I will gladly depend on it. I wish I had something to depend on, because depending on myself, shit's not gonna get done. It's dangerous. It's a risky game. It would just generally help a lot. And a lot of people just be like, oh no, you'll still have ADHD. And it's like, I don't really give a fuck if I still have ADHD. I just want to be able to feed myself, okay, and go to work. Like, not even go to work, but feed myself, yes. Be able to do things without having to manually force and myself or think it through, not feeling the executive dysfunction as much. I want my mood to also improve. I want my, cause like I'm angry all the time. ADHD makes me angry all the fucking time. If I could just chill out for 2 seconds, I need something that could help me like regulate my emotions better. I want my emotions to be regulated because I can't do it on my own. Even if I go to therapy, I'm still angry. I was angry in therapy. I was yelling at the therapist. Like I never gave a fuck. So it's like, I would rather just get medicated. Medication will help me. I've been normal before. Before I got diagnosed with ADHD, they prescribed me Wellbutrin because they thought I was bipolar. Wellbutrin was working for me. Now, out of all the medication they gave me for bipolar disorder, Wellbutrin was the only one that worked, but it didn't work because I was bipolar. It worked because Wellbutrin could also be used for ADHD. I did not know that. I did not know that, guys. So when I was on it, after like a few months, I was the most normal I've ever been, guys. I crave that version of me every single day. I need to go back to that version of me because I know it's possible. It happened already. I need that. Okay? It happened. I was already normal. That's how I know. That's how I know that medication will completely change my life. It changes people's lives all the time. The whole point of medication is to improve your life. That's the whole point. My life was improved when I was on the Wellbutrin. It just ended up making me sick. Like 8 months in, I started, like I was driving one day and it's like, I just kind of like lost consciousness a little bit. And it was like every time I'll take the medication, it would leave me feeling not good. I don't know what it did to me. The closest thing I could describe it to is serotonin syndrome. But when I went to the emergency room, because they ended up making me land in the emergency room because I was like, my functions, it's like it did something to my brain. And I told them, I was trying to tell them, then they were like, we think you have anxiety. We're going to give you anxiety meds. I didn't even take the anxiety meds because it's like I didn't come here for that. I came here to see why my medication was hurting me and what it was doing to me. Nobody, and guess what? I wish I had the doctor's name because I would have put them on blast. If I meet a doctor and you're completely ridiculous, I'm gonna get your first and last name and I'm putting you on the fucking internet. You're not gonna go to school for 10 years and be fucking useless for 10, like after going all that schooling, you know, you didn't even try to do cultural training. You didn't even try to get patients of color where you could understand them better. You don't even try. I'm coming for you. You can't, like, no, I need everybody to know that when they come to you, nothing will get done. It will save lives because a lot of doctors are killing people. Somebody doesn't deserve to die because they're black and because you didn't take the time to know what a certain disorder or illness looks like in a black person. So they just die. And then you go around deciding what insurance decides if somebody could live or not. No. I got something for y'all. I like revenge. I do like being evil. I do like getting in the way. I do like calling people out. I do like being confrontational. I do like being a problem. I do like when people hate me sometimes. I do like when people go out of their way to avoid me. I do like when people are intimidated by me. I really do get a thrill off of that. So yes, when I say the next doctor I meet and it's complete bullshit and I could tell that another patient will be in danger with them, I'm coming for you and I'm going to let them know too. Hey, I'm going to put you on the internet. I don't think anybody should come to you or trust you. And then they're going to have to chase me out the fucking facility. So I'm over it. Like, I'm coming to you for help. That thing could have killed me. I would have never known. It low-key felt like if I kept taking it, it would have ended in me getting a seizure. But it was working within the first few months. It was working so well, guys. I was waking up. I was making breakfast. No thought to it. I just got up and made breakfast. Just got up. It was automatic for me. And the thing is, y'all don't understand. Neurotypical people do not understand. They think, well, it's so fucking easy for me. Why isn't it easy for you? Dumbass. My brain is wired differently. That's why. Like, the things that people be like, oh, just work hard. You're not working hard enough. It comes easy and naturally to them, but they don't realize that I glitch, I lag. It does not come easy or naturally to me. And it's just so freaking annoying because like I don't know how to explain. Like, no, my illness, my disorder, it is debilitating. It does make me not function properly at all. Even if you sit there and demand that I function properly, I will not function properly. Like, it doesn't work like that. Whenever I have to pee, I be holding it as long as possible. You know that could ruin your liver, right? You know that could ruin, yes, but I don't care. I just can't go pee. Food, not being able to concentrate, I was able to focus. I was going to work like nothing. Like, I was a human being. I was acting human. I was doing human stuff. I was living a human life. And I know that since it happened one time, it can happen again. It's not a far away reality because I've already experienced a reality, although it was brief. Right now, I am currently enrolled in a plan. It's because I moved from Florida. So it's not meant to last a long time. I have to renew it until January, for the year January 2026. The one I have now is from December 1st to December 31st. So basically I have 1 month to figure out what's gonna shake. I technically have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. The funny thing is I said it back in August. I didn't realize this. I checked the date and I seen that in my notes app because I put everything in my notes app. I put August 20th, 2025, the doctor's name and the time I set the appointment. So I did set an appointment back in August and they called me like a few days ago and they were like, hey, remember you have an appointment? And I was like, who are you people? But then I was like, wait, like I did set an appointment and they accept my insurance. The one that I had that's supposed to last a month, they accept it. So I'm gonna go see a doctor. I need refills for my inhaler because I do have asthma. For somebody who smokes a lot and somebody who's in the cold all the time, it really does mess with my lungs. And my refill is down to like 30. I got like 30 pumps left. So once those pumps run out, I'll be in deep trouble. I will be in deep trouble. The trouble is deep because without it, I can't really like breathe for real. The thing is, there's so many things wrong with me. Like my blood pressure be high sometimes. I'm anemic, really bad, like low iron. And I feel like my brain is just so focused on me getting medicated for ADHD that I'm going to bring that up first. And I'm not gonna bring up all these stuff that I have going on with me. Doctors tune out after the second diagnosis. When a black person sits in front of them, after like you say the second thing that's wrong with you, they kind of tune out and they just try to help the second thing or the two things you brought up. They're not gonna help anything else. I've always experienced that. If I go past 3 things that's wrong with me, they'll be like, let's focus on fixing the first 2 things instead. Cause you know, they didn't go to school for 10 years. They're not being paid to help. Everything's for free apparently, like, you know, whatever. Now I have this like fear that if I bring up what's wrong with me, like, even if it's a lot of things, they're not going to help. They're just going to focus on one thing. So I'm going to bring up ADHD and I'm going to bring up my asthma. That's it. I want to bring up my blood pressure. I want to bring up anemia. I want to bring up my tachycardia. I think I pronounced it right because my heart beats fast. I want to bring up all these stuff, but they're not going to pay attention. So I'm not going to bring up all that stuff. I don't have that much time to sit here and play in a doctor's office. And I'm not in the mood to put that doctor on blast because this is the first doctor I can meet in months. So I'm going to see what they shake. And if it's really nothing, I really got to come for them. I'm going to tell them like, hey, I need medication for ADHD. Even if they tell me, oh, this thing doesn't cover it, as long as they could prescribe it and then I could go to CVS, I could use Simple Care or a Good RX to get a discount, I will do anything. If it's $55 and I have to ask somebody to let me borrow an amount, I will do that. I don't care. I need it. I need this to survive. I need it to survive. Like, sorry that this is what I have to rely on. This is what my life has come to. Wait till y'all realize there's billions of people out there who need to rely on medication one way or another because at one point we all get disabled and we all get sick. I don't know why you guys will create a system and we all get sick and we all get disabled at one point and the system is as ridiculous as it could ever be. That's why I'm gonna leave y'all behind. I'm going to another country. And I'm saying y'all, but it's like I'm pretty much over it. Like, I hate everyone. I hate everyone who walks outside and acts like everything's okay. I hate everyone who's comfortable. I hate everyone who has it good and they don't have to think about anybody else because they have it too good to think about anybody else. I hate the people who sit there and say, well, why don't you just work hard? I hate the people who think, oh, you're just not trying hard enough. Nothing's really wrong with you. I hate the people who say, you don't look autistic. I hate the people who say, why don't you just chill out? Why don't you just this? Why don't you just that? I hate y'all and I want y'all dead.
He was very rude. He was being very rude to me. Yo, smile. He was being very rude.
That's where I'm at. But I've been trying to increase my water intake. A hack I came up with is to keep water around me. Like, if water's not around me, I'm not drinking water. Like, if there's no water inside, I'm not drinking water. That's why, like, it was easier for me to use the bathroom at my last apartment because my bathroom was right there. So I was able to just get up and go to the bathroom. The further something is away from me, the less likely I'm gonna think about it. Like, generally, it's so weird and crazy. If I had a toilet right there, like if I had to get a commode and put it right there, that's what I'd have to do. But the thing is, it'd be cleaning up the commode. So it's like, I'm not in the mood to clean out a commode. Like, I'm just not in the mood. So like, this is just my life right now. Yeah. What else do I need to complain about? Anybody else I need to hate on? Who? I don't know. I think I pretty much ran it to my full ability. Guys, look, this is random, but look. Oh my God, same shade. Isn't that awesome? Stay tuned for my Dress Up Diary series, okay? Wig on. Sorry, wrong numbered. Hey y'all, I'm trying to show y'all the final freaking look. I got my grills in type shit, and I look, you want to get like a good thumbnail picture. Ow! God damn it. God damn it all. I hate you. Final look. See you in the next video. Dun 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 dun.